And after the last couple seasons, it's nice to get back to the more normal way of doing things, isn't it, Smitty?
It is, Kevin. We saw the playoff bubble, the reduction in games, more back-to-backs. Shows you how much can be taken for granted.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. Then it's Griffin. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Jenkins in at the power forward position. That one goes. Count it.
With the lip. Murray gets on his jumper, he can get a clean look from mid-range at any time.
Harris against Griffin. Embiid. Rebound, Atlanta. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Embiid, following the score by DeJounte Murray. 3 on the clock. On deep. Harris's shot is off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Now here's Murray. He had 15 points last out.
One of the stories of the 21-22 season was the breakout success of DeJounte Murray.
Greg, he improved his stats in essentially every category, averaging over 20 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, while earning his first All-Star appearance.
And the first one at the line is good.
I love how DeJounte Murray plays with reckless abandon. He is fearless with his body, and that can often give him an edge against the deep.
And so Murray nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now they need a basket.
Here's Craig. It's blocked. Here's Young. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Harris against Griffin. Pass to Jenkins. On its way from Young for 2. Connects. The jumper drops.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well, they're building momentum. This is how they can feed into a big one.
Embiid, the pass to Melton. Another miss by Philadelphia. Murray.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And the 76ers making a change here. Najee's checked in. MP's checked in for the Hawks.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
Now, here's Melton. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
Here's Young. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And Greg, you mentioned the 76ers have taken on the identity of Philadelphia. In your estimation, how?
You know, you go all the way back to the 80s. This has been a team that plays hard, focuses on defense, gritty, much like their city. So they tend to play with a chip on their shoulder.
That one falls.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Here's Young after the made shot from Joel Embiid. The feed to Embiid. He can't hit that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now, here's Melton. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. MP, Lewis grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 10. It's tipped. And there's the pass to Melton. The three ball. The 76ers again can't hit it.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's MP. Another miss by MP. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving a
14. And your Sixers youth.
Field will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Zeke Naji comes in for Reed. Tobias Harris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Lewis. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jenkins. Griffin comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. MP's checked in for Murray. And Trae Young subbed in for Anthony. They've got Tobias Harris. DeAnthony Melton out there with Embiid. It's Naji in at the 4 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. 76ers shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Drives to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal
and working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Melton hits them both. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Young passes to MP. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
So far for me, they found a lot of good shots in the mid-range. They've been fearless attacking with the jump shot.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Back to MP. Griffin trying to get open. MP, no good.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Pass to Shelton. There's the 3. Here's Naji. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second.
That's on DeAndre Hunter.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
76ers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Naji taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Lewis checked in for Philadelphia. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 20 seconds left now here in the second.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Pass to Melton. 3 seconds left. That one's not going to go.
Ooh, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
35.
And some good.
The Hawks. 40.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
On the court for Atlanta, the guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. Then it's Okongwu, then it's Griffin, and it's Jenkins in a power forward. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
On its way from Young for 2. From the top of the key, he buries it. Young's got 6.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. 76ers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That's good from Craig. And he makes both free throws. And here's Young. He has 6. And he banks in the lane. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Guys, no question. Trae Young is one of the most exciting players right now in the entire league.
Kevin, everything is within range for him. A great passer and shooter in his own right. Young can take over a game any given night.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Reed is checked in for Torrey Craig.
76ers, ENT.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Melton. Over Murray. Pocket 6. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Young. Softly drops in the floater. And now a 9-point Hawks lead.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Reed kicks to Melton. Who is outside. The pass to Reed. Melton against Murray. Embiid trying to break loose. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Griffin against Harris. Griffin passes to Murray. Shoots from 8. Here's Jenkins. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Lewis outside. Over Young. Another shot. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Okongwu. Lays it up off the glass.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
He's trying to help his team shut the door. They don't want to allow any comebacks.
Melton feeling it out a bit. The 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 11 rebounds in the game. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And Lewis has it in the corner. Good defensive work there by Young.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's Young. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris passes to Reed. Lewis on the way. Defended by Young. Pass to Embiid. Harris outside. Fires it up. Misses. And so it's Atlanta ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Montrezl Harrell, DeAnthony Melton out there with Torrey Craig, and it's Lewis in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Pass to Harrell. Over Anthony. And he gets it back. Tries again. And it's Harrell missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Another miss by MP.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Lewis passes to Melton. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Anthony against Lewis. Over Anthony. Lewis misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Hawks making a switch here. Forrest is checked in.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for MP. And Philadelphia calls time here. Smitty, you got to love how the big man Okongwu is developing.
Kevin, especially with confidence. And I also like his shot selection.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league. And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
The Hawks working the ball around. Here's MP. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 9 points for MP.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Back to Lewis. Over Anthony. Lewis misses. The Hawks leading by 15. And here's MP for three. And the three ball is good. MP's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the middle. High, arcing shot. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
And this is Harrell's game. A skilled interior player who plays with tenacity.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're leading by 16. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeJounte Murray.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Passes it to Craig. Down low, here's Harris. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And so, MV will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Onyeka Okongwu.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defense. Trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Harris. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's MP. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Assist from
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
To the paint. Here's Embiid. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor. But inside is where he can really utilize that size.
On the wing, MP. Another three for Atlanta.
3 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.